I have lots of students and clients who ask me about like finding their purpose, finding their passion, following their bliss, especially the students who are trying to figure out their careers. They often act like they lost it, like they're trying to find something that's meant for them, but it's just lost. You know, like one day they're just going to stumble upon it under the couch with like some old French fries and the dog toy. But that's not how I understand passion or your purpose to be. I often find my purpose or purposes to be more like going shopping at Costco. Like you go in looking for one thing and you come out with like 10 things you didn't even know you needed. Often purposes come in many forms. I find that my purpose often involves around family or community or learning or my dog or kids. All those things are purpose, but I also have lots of activities that excite me. And I think most people do too. We often confuse purpose with fulfillment, and fulfillment isn't just one thing that makes us us. I think of like my favorite Spotify playlist. I feel like it's very fulfilling because it has a lot of great things. Maybe it has, a little bit of Van Halen, maybe some Billie Eilish, maybe some Frank Sinatra, even a little boy bands, things that you wouldn't expect go together, but they make me happy. And when I listen to them, they give me this great variety and it makes me feel alive. So when you're trying to figure out your purpose, two questions to ask. One, what do you love to do? What do you love? What types of things are you willing to drive across town in hours of traffic for? Probably your family, maybe church, maybe a great job, things like that that you are willing to sacrifice and work for even when things are hard. And the second one is what makes you curious? Curiosity is often where we find our passion. Think of like whenever the little cat in you just perks up and says, that's interesting. What types of things do you want to dig deeper into? Often when you're looking at those, you will start to find your purpose. When people say like, follow your passion, I think of that like when I hear my friends talk about a really bad Tinder date. They're usually like really intense and maybe a little sweaty, usually burn out pretty quickly, but doesn't sound like too much fun when you actually get into it. Where curiosity often will drive you into the fun stuff, the stuff that makes you really interested, the stuff you keep digging. And when you keep digging and digging, you tend to uncover the things that you really love. So stop thinking of your purpose or your passion as one thing. Be a hummingbird. Be the hummingbird who likes to go from plant to plant, cross-pollinating lots of stuff until eventually you find the things that you love the most. And put your focus on those for a while. Don't think of it as some big North Star. For many people, it might be like that. But for me, I found it's more like a bunch of constellations. And your challenge this week is just pay attention to everything that you love. Pay attention to the things that make you go, And if you're having a hard time finding things that really ignite you and make you curious, maybe you need some sleep. Often it's hard to find those things when you feel exhausted and rested and stressed. And then maybe the problem is anxiety. But we can talk about that another time. So let me know what has piqued your curiosity this week. Thank you, friends.